Oh, in our relationships, the most important thing which plays parts is the evaluation, which we all deny. Humans constantly evaluate things comparatively with their feelings, emotions, and their beliefs and their desires. It's a constant process. But this constant process is such, if you ask somebody, they say no. You will hear only two words, I love you or I hate you. In between, the whole world moves. I know you, is my acquaintance, is this purpose, this is diplomatic, this is non-diplomatic, and you know the whole thing. I have a living arrangement, I have a living affair, I am married, I am a wife, I am a husband, I am a child, I am this and that. All relationships are based on constant evaluation. That's why when a child is innocent, you change their diapers, they are very happy. And when he grows up to be a child, he needs something else. His evaluation starts changing and he started saying no to everything. 3-year-old child will say no to everything because his evaluation is different. And then 11 years is different, and 14, 16 years different, and 21 years different, 27 years different. And sometimes as friends, as parents, as people, as persons, you don't understand what is going on. Every day, some knowledge is acquired. Every day, some experience is acquired. Every day, something happens. And every day, evaluation is different. And it's a constant, consistent change which not a one person is willing to accept. Isn't it shocking? Then if you talk, oh, he's a very religious man, he's a very truthful person. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. There's not a one person who's truthful. Not one. Why? Because majority of the people do not know their evaluation themselves. They do not know, subconsciously they are evaluating. That's the tragedy of human life. You evaluate and you do not know. And if you ask, question and challenge, you can't say it. And how can you be truthful? Where is the truth? You understand what I'm saying? Not only in a human and a spiritual person, intuition is better. Intuition is better not only in spiritually and physically and otherwise, it is better personally too. Your personal intuition can tell you your personal evaluation. Isn't it amazing? That's why when married people come into the age of 40, they're falling apart, right? When they go into the age of 60, they put them together. If the 40 goes up, you reach up to 60 or 50, 60, then the relationship is very cohesive. It's become very together. It's amazing, isn't it? But that's the proper study. Because at 40, you start questioning your values, your strength, and there's a tremendous fear of getting old. And at 60, there's a tremendous need to put everything together, experiencing old age. So within 20 years, whole attitude changes, evaluation changes. I have met so many people, I'm their spiritual teacher, and when something else comes in, I'm not. I am and I'm not. It's their evaluation. First of all, when I was their spiritual teacher, I was not. And when I was not their spiritual teacher, I was not. Because nobody can be anybody's spiritual teacher. It's only the spirit of the person you have which has to evaluate. Some like to hear direct things which are very hateful to hear, and they have the tolerance, some don't. A spiritual teacher can never tell you you are wonderful, even you may be wonderful. The relationship between a student and a spiritual teacher is between a chisel and a stone. Whenever they'll meet, there will be a spark. Because spiritual teacher will find out all goodness on the side and will start saying, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Nobody wants to hear it. And that's his job. If he's bound by his karma or his dharma, and student wants to be appreciated, where comes the truth? No truth. Husband and wife are married as equal, right? No, wrong. They are supposed to merge and come out with a you-know consciousness. One has to lead, one has to follow. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. That's not the rule. Marriage means you-know consciousness. But when that doesn't happen, forget it. Then come excuses. Excuses are self-abuses. And dominant party likes to dominate, the other party doesn't want to be dominated because there is no merger. Both are evaluating, even after marriage. When you are married, you should evaluate together. I'm yet to meet a group of two people married who are evaluating their life together. Process of evaluation is not by the intelligence. Unfortunately, process of evaluation is by the intellect, and thoughts are also by the intellect. And that's the most confusing thing in a living human. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying very humbly and smallly, but actually this is the crux of the entire human pain. And normally nobody touches this subject either. Your intellect releases 1,000 thoughts per wink of the eye. Also your intellect evaluates your values in relationship to all what there is, automatically. If you are intelligent, you can pick on it. If you are not, adios. Relationship will fall apart. Somebody once told me, I love you, Yogi ji, but your discipline is very harsh. I am afraid to follow it. I said, yeah, don't follow it. You said it's so easy. I said, well, it's hard, I know it. You don't want to follow it, don't follow it. Because I'm not going to give you any gimmick. I want what I want. You want it, fine. If you're not, road is out, go. I'm not asking you to follow me. But if you follow me, I want to tell you it is a hard discipline. It's not only hard, I said it's harsh. How hard it is? I said ridiculously hard. How harsh it is? I said terribly harsh. Why? The hardest thing and harshest thing in somebody's life is to identify. It requires grit, it requires intelligence, it requires substance, it requires knowledge, it requires character, and it requires courage. Can I demand all that? Is it easy to follow a man like me? Absolutely wrong. There are a million ways to go by other ways. Life which has no challenge has no life value. And people are so afraid of challenge. They have been trained, avoid challenge. Ah! Challenge the only thing when you know what your values are. Challenge the only thing which can give you experience. You fail or pass, doesn't matter. Arey, without test, what graduate you are? You got to go through the test. You study whole year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Then they want to graduate, they set up a paper. You answer. In those 3-4 hours, it's decided you fail or pass. There's no other way. So for a human, there's no other way but to stand a test. But unfortunately, you cannot get a spiritual teacher, you will get spiritual preacher. You get sermons. That's not a teacher. Teacher entraps you. But leave one way to see whether you get free or not. That's it. Preacher indicts you, invokes you, provokes you, indicts you. You may accept or not. Yeah? With a teacher, you will never get a chance to accept or not. You will be right put into the pit. Don't come out, don't come out, come out, come out. Teachers are cleverer than preacher. They know their job. These are pretty obnoxious people, the teachers. Really. And they're so carefree, it is very big tragedy because I study under a teacher and God bless, I will say, even my enemies should not go under that knife. I went through the hell of it and I understood. Because then I became accustomed and I followed this way. Well, whatever he is telling me or making me to do, there is something in it which I have to solve. Now tell me, where written in the book of morals and ethics, a gentleman is made to get ready to meet a deputy commissioner, a district officer, and he has all his western clothes, tie and whole thing just to go present himself. And on the way you tell your student, go on this tree and then say, stay, when I come back I'll pick you up. And you show up there 3 days later. Explain to me, where it is written, it is okay. But that's what happened to me. I have perfect boots, socks, pants, shirt, everything. Beautiful turban. I was going very fast, fine everything. And just he stopped, he said, but can you go on this tree? How fast you can go? I said, I can make it in a half a minute, there's no big deal. He said, let me see. I didn't even care, I have very monstrously strong. I just put my hands grip and stick my shoes into the outer bark of the tree and make a space. So strong I was. I went up. I said, here I am. He said, well, stay there till I come back and I'll pick you up. Now tell me under the planetary earth, where it is written that this is the kind of, isn't it foolish? Then I have to manage what I have to eat, then I have to manage how I have to go to bathroom, then I have to manage where I have to get water. I could be dehydrated. I can sleep at night and fall. Million rotten things can happen to me. But when I say, okay. Now here I am, let me survey, let me search, let me find it out. And then I found out there are certain leaves of that tree are very sweet, certain are very bitter. So if I take the sweet leaves, I'll not be hungry, neither thirsty. Plus the tree has like splits in which there was a little cavity in which there was a water. And for night to secure myself, I put the small branches and tie them together, make it a kind of a bed. I tell you, these 3 days may look hellish, but when you come down, you say, okay, now you can come down. No regret, nothing, how was it, nothing. I came down and start moving, nothing doing. Did not say, how did you survive? And to me it was very shocking. Normally person say, hey, how are you? Was it a fun? How are you doing? How you were doing? Not a word. Okay, come down, let's go. And we went. But I tell you, barring those 3 days, I'm still not the same who went on the tree, and I'm not the same who came down. Today nothing matters. Total attitude change, total concept change. The experience came over me that doesn't matter what the environments are, I'm to survive. And I have to survive well. Self-consciousness, self-intelligence, self-respect came through. I also came through that life is not to get appreciated, life is to just appreciate. Which is normally you don't understand in normal life. We work all the time to be appreciated. Actually, we should work to appreciate our life. It's total different direction. Those who work to be appreciated, are loved, are understood, or have companionship, are just useless people. They'll make 2, 3 things right, 4th, 5th thing will go rotten. If everything is done to appreciate yourself, you'll be just a star, shining star, the world will look at you. So our conception is not right also. Same thing, you look at the religion. There is a status in religion people like to achieve. The only status in religion is your own consciousness, your own clarity, your own reality. That's what religion is. Firm, strong, unshaky, against the whole turmoil. What is the religion? Religion is a very simple word. Whatever my religion is, my reality is. It cannot be polluted. It's not for sale. It's not going to be questioned. It's not for discussion. Therefore, it requires inner self. And let us see how we reach it. All right? Come on, let's go. Please put your hands, both hands like this, and close your eyes and just understand that you have horns. You have horns where your hairline is. There are 2 horns. Horn, horn, horn. You don't have it, but just imagine. And just make these 2 points. You know, these eyebrows here goes this way, and the center of the eyebrow of yours makes those meridian points. That's practically right, yeah. And just close your eyes, and to your eyes look at those 2 points, concentrate, that's all. And breathe very long, extremely slow, and full breath. It will blow your mind, don't worry, bother. Not an easy exercise, it looks easy. Hands have to be kept like that for God's sake, don't shift them. because then the energy will not match up the requirement. This meditation controls your animal nature. The beast which blinds you all the time. Nothing you have to do, don't participate. We will be releasing the energy at frequencies which will affect you anyway. Please hold your position. Concentrate. Play Angsang Vaheguru slowly. Logi. Hold your posture. Be steady. Inhale deep, hold the breath, and please squeeze your every fiber. Squeeze. Let the breath go. Inhale deep again. Squeeze your body. Let it go. Inhale again. Please squeeze your body. Try your best and let it go. Relax. How was it? You're okay? Huh? Good? You have all survived, isn't it? The exercise which we are teaching you today and this course which I am trying to, the motion, it is in the motion, the purpose is to train your vitality so that you can face the coming consequences. Sooner or later, we have to face the attitude that is the age of Aquarius. And there's no happiness in being confused and not knowing. So we have to develop our mind and our capacity of our brain functional and our physical self to face it with our vitality intact. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impose on you any kind of promise that you are going to be absolute divine. My only purpose is that if you don't fall apart in this year, I'll be very happy. Because the roof is going to cave in, the heavens are going to come in. And you like it or not, you're going to face it. World has become very small. You get a news today, the killer whale gave a baby. How about 50 years from now, in the past you could get even a whole country may wipe out, nobody knows, they used to know it after months and together. Here, oh my God, in your own living room, you see a killer whale giving a birth to a baby, 300 pounds and running around, and they show you. You know what kind of relationship you have now with the planet and its happenings. And you have to be ready to face. Forget about whether you can do mathematics or not. That's a separate issue. You may not know how your bookkeeping is, but question is you have to keep with the book of the word. It's very heavy pressure, heavy duty. So my intention is that as a teacher to prepare people. I know it is not very easy for you to come to every class, though we teach here twice a week. But effort is there on our part. If it's not on your part, it's your fault. But please don't misunderstand. As we are progressing, so we are regressing inside. You understand the balance? Huh? So we got to match up. And if we are not cost effective, we'll be in pain. You can't pay somebody $10,000 for going to office and using bathroom once a day and that's it. You can't. That's why even the master companies like IBM and all those, they're coming down to the sense that they are no more, have the monopoly on the world. You call it a recession, it actually there's no recession. There is a certain reality to understand that we have dominated world with just sheer force, not with practical applied consciousness or intelligence. Japanese can take our technology and produce better goods than us. You know, our gimmick was, make a car which will fall apart in 3 years so the American has to buy a new one. They made a car which may not fall apart for 7 to 10 years. And what happened? They wiped us out. Look at Mercedes. I was very funny. I saw that ad, still going strong. It was 25-year-old Mercedes, just. I was shocked. 19. Is it fun to watch a Mercedes exactly 1968? How many years are those? More than that. Huh? Well, the guy was driving it perfect. It was running around. We can't find a 1968 American car in a junkyard. You know, forget about on the road. I remember once I bought this little car Scirocco and I gave to Sri Simran, and somebody said to it, it's a good car, you may not fit in this. And I did fit in. And it's a fun to drive, it's the fastest car, bullet car you call it. But they say it never go off. It is so successful a car, they stop making them. Because once you have a Scirocco, forget it. That's it, end of the road. So, that's how these are. You have to understand the world and the surrounding and the life around you is totally different today as it was yesterday. And what is today, it will not be tomorrow. Today we have one 300 pounds killer whale born, whole America side. We went to this place, Washington DC, to go to this reception, and the whole world saw us. That's camera focused, and that's it. And I was talking yesterday to India, he said, I saw you in that, how you look good. I said, as I was the next door, you know. And we never noticed, but some portion of the ball, where we were to Congress ball, was shown, and we were shown on that too, on the TV. And yesterday I went to inauguration of the our legislature of the state of New Mexico. I was to start it, invocation and all that. And when I came to the airport, everybody has a newspaper. On the front page we were. And they started looking at us, and I said, what is it? Everybody has newspaper. They look at the newspaper, look at us. And we were all there. It has become very small. A little thing, especially a bad news. Good news comes once in a while, but bad news is fast. Telephone, phone and fax. Everybody's by your right hand. You don't have to sit down and write a love story and you t and press the button. Now they are coming out with a very funny thing. You can speak in a speaker and letter will appear on the fax machine of the other party. Correct, memory correct, spelling correct. It's called encyclopedia letter. You just give thoughts and a computer will do it. You say, well, I want to send him a letter very harsh but not diplomatic, and I want to tell him he did me in and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You just give the ideas. And after that, computer will show the letter to you. But this is what you like. If you like, you press the button, go. There it goes, with your signature on it. If you can say, I want to write a very love letter and poem, it's be romantic and this, that, computer will do it. And then you see it. Now, poetry will have no value. Computer will do the poetry for you. Except you have to go to bathroom yourself, I think everything in future computer will do. This is how it is going to be. They are now designing a car which at 50 yards from the body of the car, through sensors, will control the car speed to avoid an accident. So other party is a drunk driving and the car is wobbling, your car will totally go to the side like a fire brigade is coming and park on the side till that car passes, automatically without you doing anything. It will have automatic capacity to avoid the accident. And if this rose steel come through, then if you ever meet an accident, go through the car wash and come out with the hot water, come out fine. Then accident will not mean anything. Amazing. One day you will have a kind of little aeroplane chair, sit down and go to the moon and come back. Who knows what will happen? Because I was reading Mahabharata, and there are certain things where in India they sat down in their own little planes, Vaban means aeroplane, and came to this side of the world to rest and recuperate, and then went again and joined the war. So it's not that you have to take American airline. At that time they had this system too. Today we talk of the missiles and it can burn this and that. In those Agni bomb they call them, they were just like rockets, fire rockets, which will go on the enemy and couple square mile area will be all burnt. It's not the man has not stopped progressing in destructiveness. Men have a great capacity. Because the issue is a control issue. If you are on a control issue, you can never be content. Because control is, only good control is self-control. When you control any environment, you will not be content yourself. If you are not content, you can contain yourself and you can continue. And I come to the same thing. We evaluate constantly to control. We don't evaluate to be content. We'll continue this series again, whenever God willing. I think next week we are here. Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll continue. I like to continue this series till we achieve the result. And it's going to be effective, hopefully. And perhaps weather will open up. This is the first time California has the longest rain. And not only this is how California used to be. It's amazing. Now, go. Sing, sing. Inhale deep. Blessed God, it will be thy virtue and grace that you come through us and prevail in the light and kindness, compassion, love and giving. Give us the pleasure to give where we cannot afford to. Give us the pleasure to serve where we cannot dare to. Give us the strength to befriend where we can't think of. Give us all so we can experience the vastness of thy beauty, bounty and bliss. Satnam. Thank you.